Good morning. Welcome to Sex with Sonya. This morning, let's talk about the price of disobedience. Y'all, disobedience is costly. It is very, very costly. And if you don't believe me, go to Second Chronicles. Start around chapter 15. I think it's 15 and 16 to talk about King Asa. He was a good king. But then he decided to make an alliance without consulting God first. And then he ended up with a foot disease. And he called himself being mad with God because he was being corrected. He was mad with the seer, the person that came to tell him, hey, this is what you did and the Lord is not pleased. But that didn't change the fact that he didn't do what he was supposed to do. And he ended up with a foot disease. His grandson was disobedient. He was a good king, then he was disobedient. And disobedient doesn't always mean that we're doing something like the Lord said, go left and you decide to go right. Sometimes it's just not honoring what it is that the Lord told you, or the things that he has said. These are the things that you can do and these are the things that you cannot do. And we elect to do them anyway. His grandson did the same thing. And then he was struck with an incurable intestinal disease. And it said it's going to get worse and worse and worse until your bowels spill out. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the amount of pain that he was in because he refused to do what it is he was supposed to be doing? And y'all, there are people who have gone before us. We can look at their examples. Sometimes if we don't know what not to do, we can look at what they did and say, I don't need to do that. He refused to listen to it, and then King Uzziah comes along. He's so prideful, he decides that he's going to go into the temple. Now, y'all know how the temple was set up. Everybody couldn't go in there, but he decided he was going to go burn the incense himself. You can't do that. The Lord said that was a space for the priest. The priest are supposed to do that. When I was reading it, he walked in, I was like, you can't do that. So if I knew that, he knew that too. That's how I was feeling. Listen, we must obey the Lord. We don't have to understand what it is he's telling us. We must obey. Uzziah was struck with leprosy right in the temple. So you know he died alone. There are things that we don't have to do that we want to do, but it ain't necessarily something that we've got to do. We must obey the word of the Lord. We're not free agents. We were bought with a price, a high price, and our obedience is going to cost us something. We must obey him.